I'll be reacting to Harem in the Labyrinth of Another World, Episode 2's uncensored version. And I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go! Oh yeah, I'm stoked for this. Hopefully it's a positive future with positive ramifications. At least that's what the optimist in me is hoping for. I'm assuming this is what our boy's imagining. Because a little bit too quick, if he already got the money, he got Roxanne and a Harem girl's already in like the snap of a finger. Or who knows, maybe those are actually going to be some of his Harem members. Huh. Oh, wait! You know, this would be kind of bad as it was a flash forward. The thing is, though, here's some negatives of this being a flash forward, though. If this ends up being a flash forward, it's going to be a downside in certain aspects because there's going to be no more tension with anything involving our main boy because now we know he's going to succeed up until this point. And not just does it get rid of tension that this series could potentially have, because now I won't be able to say, oh yeah, this fight has tension. It's going to be gone. But another downside about this is, if it does end up being a flash forward, we're going to know potential members of his harem too. And it's going to get rid of any sense of surprise. That's my concern about this, because every isekai anime I've seen that has done this, they fell in utilizing flash forwards. Not to say this can't be the first one to succeed, but as someone has seen, oh my. But considering I've been watching all the non-sequel and non-spin-off anime since the spring 2020 season, I just need to catch up with 3 more anime from the fall 2021 season. Pretty much almost every anime that has used a flash forward has utterly failed. At least over the last 2 years. Not saying it won't be possible to not utilize a flash forward yet. Because there's been media that's utilized it well, like say Breaking Bad, it's used flash forwards pretty well to its credit. And then Grave of Fireflies, one of my fave anime films of all time, had a flash forward and utilized it really well. And that was from the 80s. Not saying it's impossible. It's just highly unlikely with current day anime to be utilizing flash forward. So that's my concern. Still, though, I'm liking the scenes themselves overall, though. But the animation's pretty good. So I'll give credit where credit's due here. That's true, but him learning how to utilize that blade is what would make him stronger. That's my guess. I like this kid's character design. He looks like a sweet kid. Hope nothing bad happens to that boy. Pretty sure he can get an even more badass sword than that. Okay, then this shit's getting interesting. Well then, we gotta admit, despite my potential concerns, I still liked that bit though, at the start, somewhat. But at the same time though, I still got my concerns. But hey, you know what? As long as everything in the middle is good, that's what matters the most at the end of the day. Speaking of which, the opening in this series, even though it may not have the prettiest animation ever, man, does the opening look At least the artwork in the opening looks damn good. And the song itself is really nice. Like, whenever the full version comes out of it, I'm definitely going to listen to it. Because, man, it's so pleasing to the ears. And saying that, though, a damn shame that this series, the license for it, was obtained by Crunchyroll. It's a damn shame that High Dive couldn't get the license, sadly. But it kind of makes you question Crunchyroll, though. It's like, if you're going to obtain an anime license, why bother going for a series that's going to be really gimped, though? I mean, I'm watching the uncensored version. I'm just really questioning the thought process that Crunchyroll would have in attaining a series like this, though. Like, if they're going to have a GIMP release, then why bother? Just obtain a license for a different anime at that point. But anyways, I'm glad it's back now. Well, that does explain the title of an anime. Eventually, he was going to encounter a labyrinth. And best he encountered one sooner rather than later, too. I'd imagine it is. I'm going to imagine labyrinths have a lot of interesting items, weapons. But I'm assuming for those that aren't strong enough, the labyrinths are dangerous undertakings. I'm assuming it depends on the adventure, though. Assuming bounties takes a lot longer. Oh, fuck. That makes sense. Oh, man, that sucks. Well, at least he's got more information to go off of at the very least. Hell yeah. I hope we could actually see him take on some epic creatures in a labyrinth, though. Because labyrinths in anime, they almost always look cool. Like, for an anime, it'd be hard for an anime to fuck up a labyrinth. Well, yeah. Jeez. And I'm liking how he's covering his bases, just in case the worst case scenario does happen. Huh. In a way, that might be good that the man doesn't know about skills, because he might be able to obtain those things a lot more cheaply than usual. So it actually fit to his advantage. Because the less a vendor knows about their own item, the higher the odds that you can obtain said item a lot more cheaply. That's what, at least in my opinion, I think that's going to end up being a good thing for him. Oh, shit. Some of those people look like they're packing heat. But I mean, would creep the hell out. I'm entering a labyrinth, though. Huh. Okay, that's hella fucking creepy. I'm not gonna blame him. That's actually realistic. Anyone that would feel a sensation like that would be even slightly, creep the fuck out. For now. Yeah, he's got to be, yeah, he's got to, not just that, but he's got to expect to be attacked from any angle, too. That's pretty cool. That means essentially anything that he does can become a job or even a skill. And that's actually kind of cool because it puts major consequences to essentially anything he does, if you look at it that way. It's actually a beastly effect because at the very least here, he doesn't have to worry about inventory problems as much with a nifty ability like that. Well, they do have a mage, so that I wouldn't be surprised as to why that other group was able to do that. He should be able to take that on, though. It's level 1. Could be worse. Yes! He finally got our first kill against a creature. Well, against a creature in the labyrinth, and that was so damn satisfying. Oh, yeah, I mean, it can't hurt. You know, he could do this to at the very... And I'm assuming he'll be able to rack up a lot of experience points if he grinds enough, anyway. If, say, the Isekai world has the same mechanics as an RPG, which it does. I mean, it's at least it's similar to an RPG to an extent. I mean, I could see why he'd want to continue on doing this. He can gain more experience points. There's a potential possibility of him leveling up. And plus, the quicker he does this, the higher chances he has of being able to obtain Roxanne. Wait, maybe the Labyrinth has, yeah, maybe it has something that can drain MP. Oh, fuck. I kind of like this because now it's showing us that MP loss can have negative ramifications. It doesn't... Because in some anime, when characters utilize MP, it's just, oh yeah, they use MP and that's it. They just can't use more of it. Arbo, when he utilizes it, there's a consequence of it lowering his mood too. So I kind of like this. It at the very least prevents him for now being completely broken because that means he can't just utilize MVP all willy-nilly. Because it comes with not just him not being able to utilize it for a bit, but it dampening his mood. That's actually kind of cool. I guess he's not going to get a lot for those, but hey. I'd say in the situation he's in, any bit of money is better than nothing. Doesn't sound so bad. Oh yeah, that's the thing. He's under a deadline, unfortunately. He's going to have to find a different method. If he wasn't under a time limit, then that wouldn't be so bad. Hey, you know what they say? Early bird does get the worm. I was like, whoop. And I even have like a slight echo in his voice too. Huh. Damn, that was quick. I'm assuming maybe it has something to do with whenever it uses that spell, it associates itself with the place that he visited or that he had the strongest emotions attached to. That's my guess. Yeah, I can tell the animation quality is dropping a little bit. At least it doesn't look as pristine as, say, the first episode. At least it doesn't look like he's taking any damage yet, though. Huh. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, if there are positives at the very least. I'm assuming that's going to activate it. I hope okay. At the very least, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a trap. Who knows? Maybe it'll be something that's going to be super valuable that can get him a lot of Nars. Hope it's not one of the fake chests. I think that could be useful. So no, the material. Oh, looks like it's a fucking trap. Yeah, looks like that could be the source of all those little tree creatures. Damn! Oh shit! Okay, now this is what I'm talking about. Okay, at least the animation quality is back to normal. Good. I was getting a little bit concerned. For a second, anyway. And there's what I like about this, too. I like how in this series, like, he's actually struggling and taking damage. It ain't just that everything comes easy to him. And I absolutely respect that. Because at least here, any victory our main boy achieves is going to feel like an accomplishment. Oh, okay. The quality's actually going a bit up now. Shit. I thought we were saying he found a solution around that by utilizing the blade's HP gain ability. I mean, he's going to have to find a counterbalance, though. Hey, man, look at that works, too. Yeah, that's actually pretty slick. Pretty much defeated anywhere would be his death. Oh. Yeah, you can tell, like, this episode goes from moments of looking brilliant to moments of looking all right. Kind of felt like it went a little bit too fast-paced there. I would have loved to have seen him actually get through all those creatures instead of it just, all right, we're going to build a really tense situation, but now we're just going to skip through that. We're going to skip through our main character utilizing any brilliant tactics, and we're going to have him automatically win. I'd say that's some cheap writing there. It's like, holy shit. It's like, why build up that tense moment just to in the next bit have him resolve it? Felt way too quick. I wonder if it was like this in the source material, or if it was a bit more smoother paced in this. And I wonder if I wonder if this is how it was in the source material. Either way, though, they went too quick. Like I felt this episode would have been better off just not even having that like that potential flash forward bit, because still not confirmed whether that's what's going to happen. And it would have been better if they would have just expanded on that action bit a bit more. Huh. All right. That's be laying down the law. All righty. Well, yeah, you pretty much experienced that shit. The thing is, though, people can be fucking petty. Sometimes they want to take out their stress on people that don't have anything to do with what caused their anger in the first place. Some people can be that out of control. Well, that too. Jeez. I mean, hey, people can be fucking desperate. Oh boy. You know, yeah, it's a good way of looking at it. Yes. All right, now this sounds like it's gonna be some epic ass shit. I gotta admit, the 80 theme of the series itself is fucking nice, though. That I gotta fucking admit. Now, in saying that, here's what I feel about this episode. This episode did not have the pizzazz of episode 1. And not just that, but it's a damn shame that this episode, I mean, holy cow. Don't get me wrong, there are things I enjoyed about this episode, but it's a damn shame that they were building up this tense moment when he's taking down all those street creatures, and then it instantly just skips through that tense moment with him automatically getting the win against all those creatures. It kind of feels like it's a little bit disappointing there, because it's like it went a little bit too quickly. And not just that, but here's the thing. The first bit of the episode, even though it says itself that it's a possible future, I think the series may have blew its load a little bit too much, because here's why. Yes, it's a possible future, but it's like you're showing off literally his full harem, and they're getting rid of like any potential excitement of any type of mystery as to say his harem member, because in them showing them off like that all willy-nilly in a potential future, it's gonna get rid of a little bit of that surprise factor when they're finally introduced, even though yes, it is a potential possible future. But the thing is, though, I've seen loads of anime where when they have something happy looking like that, where they say possible future, it usually ends up being a future that does occur. But at least this episode had decency of saying it's a possible future and doesn't guarantee it. So at the very least, people can say, oh, yeah. It ruins all tension because by technicalities, they said it's a possible future. But in saying that, though, it's still concerning, though, that they would still show off characters that we're going to see in future episodes, though, because it does get rid of a layer of surprise. That's why I thought this episode did have a few missteps, because it kind of gets rid of the potential mystery box element. That's why I felt this episode had a bit of issues. And then the thing about it itself, not just that, but this episode itself wasn't really the most engaging thing, because it's like it was mostly Jim just looking at his own mechanics and all that kind of jazz. And that's pretty much about it. I mean, this episode is like, wasn't the most exciting thing. Now, don't get me wrong. It's nice to see him actually work his ass off, though, which is kind of cool. So it ain't like there weren't any positives, but the thing is, though, some of the negatives about this episode, like it rushing, and it also potentially spoiling things in the future, do kind of put a damper on this episode significantly for me. And the animation quality was inconsistent. That doesn't help either. Like, there are some moments where it looked good, other ones where it's like, eh. The only thing that was consistently good was the voice acting, though. The voice acting was really good. And I thought the music that the episode utilized was pretty damn good. So that's why, if I have to take all these factors in consideration, if I had to rate this episode overall and say a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, I gotta give it straight up a score of a 4.75 out of 10. It's a bit below average. I mean, it ain't absolutely damning stuff, because I'm still interested in seeing what's going to happen next in episode 3. But I need to see more from this series, because so far the fights, they aren't super engaging. I think it blew its load in showing us potential. I mean, no, pretty much, yeah, it did show off future characters that it's going to have in its possible future, which I'm going to think it's going to be a possible future. And it's going to be, I mean, I hope the series recovers from that, but it's going to be hard for it to recover from that, because I've seen enough isekai animes to know that if an isekai anime has a flash forward or a potential flash forward, it usually doesn't amount to good things. I mean, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm still going to watch every episode of the series and all, but this did put a damper in my expectations, though. I'd be lying if I said it didn't put a damper in my expectations. But yeah, these are my overall thoughts on the episode, y'all. I would love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and also be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And I hope y'all have a fantastic day or night, everyone. And thank you so much for watching my video, y'all. Bye-bye.